friends, Mel Jeffcoat here with another video about Ramon Llull. I will grant that it is after midnight my time, but I haven't gone to bed yet, so I'm counting it as today's video, because I usually stay up well past this point anyway. So we're going to take a look at figure A a little bit more closely and get an idea of some of the things that you can do with it. Figure T is more useful, I think, in practical terms, but figure A is really useful for figuring out what's important to you and what these terms might mean in your worldview. So let's go over to the computer and we'll take a look. Okay, here we are with figure A. Once again, you've got the letters B through K around the outside, and those correspond to the words, the traits, goodness, greatness, eternity, power, wisdom, will, virtue, truth, and glory. Well, that's a lot of words, but what does it all mean? And that's something that you have to figure out for yourself, I think. So the way that I've approached this is to use discursive meditation, as I spoke about in the last video, and take each one of these as an individual theme. And in fact, I spent usually 3 sessions on each for most of them. So for example, starting with B, goodness, you would do something like, in your meditative state, ask yourself, what does goodness mean to me? What does it look like? How do I know what's good? What does the opposite look like? What is not good? What is bad? Evil, whatever words you want to use. And to follow out all of these trains of thought until you've thought of everything that you can think of in terms of what goodness means to you. And then repeat it with the following. You know, what does greatness mean? For Llull, when he was speaking in terms of figure A is like the most perfect version of all of these qualities, because figure A represents God. So you can look at it at that level for all of these. Like, what is the absolute highest version of each of these attributes? You know, what does the highest value of eternity? Well, that is the highest value. When Llull applies D to things that are not God, you know, people or animals or whatever, it means duration, because, you know, only God is eternal in his way of looking at things. And, well, humans certainly are not. And so duration, how long we last, is the best that we can do. That gives you another layer of analysis when you're looking at these. You know, what does it look like at the highest level? What does it look like at the lowest level that you can imagine? And is there a difference? Maybe there's not for you, but for Llull there certainly was. So figure A, I said this before, but it is your North Star if you were going to use this system. It is what you compare your possible answers to see if your answers are right, or at least consistent with how you view the world. So if you wish to start to develop your own understanding, you could certainly go through each of these characteristics, and maybe at some point I'll go through and talk about Llull's definitions for each of them. Some of them are difficult for us to understand more than 700 years later. They can shed some light on the subject. But for now, I'm going to leave it here. It is late and I'm starting to babble. So we will stop here. And thanks for watching. And until next time, keep exploring.